G'day, this is Captain Noob and this is the FNC. So yeah, this thing is a Belgium-made weapon and it is like a predecessor to the AK-5C, which I did a while back, and yeah, you can see some of the design elements, I guess. Anyways, getting into these attachments here, first of all we're going to have this for a automatic weapon first off, so we'll chuck it on the powerful auto receiver and the dual mags there for the best reload speed and ammo capacity. For the sights, we're definitely going to go for those Cobra sights, and I've looked through the sights there and they are glorious. I've actually got the 3-prong that you see in the Battlefield game, which it's brilliant to aim through them, so I'm really happy they put that in. Go for a suppressor there for better damage and better sneakiness, and of course there's a damage slider here if you feel like it. Now this thing's only doing 120 damage, so it doesn't seem all that good, but we'll persevere with it. We'll see if we need to upgrade this thing, but of course there's a legendary effect here if you really want it to boost that power too, but we'll keep this as this for now, and we'll switch it up to semi-auto a little bit later, but for now we'll take on Gunner's Plaza with this thing. Righto, here we are in Gunner's Plaza, starting from the bottom this time, so yeah, you'll just never know, and you'll never know where I'll show up next. All unpredictable. Okay, we'll get stuck into these gunners first off, so hopefully we can get a good sneak attack crit on him and kill him nice and fast. And with bad hitboxes there, we managed to fluff that first shot on that turret, but that's fine. We'll just peek around this corner if we can. Not quite, there we go. And you might have noticed some of the custom animations of this weapon, which look absolutely brilliant, which is good. The recoil on this thing is actually quite high compared to what you'd find on the vanilla weapons, so burst firing over this range is probably what I'm going to have to do to keep this thing in check, because I'm really not good at controlling recoil. Fallout 4 really hasn't primed me for that, since everything is super easy to control. But I was getting about 250 damage on those guys when I'm doing the sneak attack criticals, but as you can tell, as I got detected there, it dropped all the way down to 37 damage, so against highly armored targets and everything without those sneak attack criticals, this thing really struggles. And an instigating minigun, that is not the effect that I'd want to put on a minigun. But anyway, we're back into hidden, so we'll continue to spam some sneak attack criticals down there and we'll take out that turret there. Now, whilst the recoil is very high on this weapon, it's actually sort of making it more fun and satisfying to use, because you got to use some of that gun control skill to actually control the thing, rather than just point at them and just hold down the trigger and let all the bullets do their thing. So that's good. Now we're in danger. We probably won't get too much in the way of good damage. We can only just finish that legendary gunner off while shooting at her just upper torso there, and yeah, it's taking me a whole mag to drop those legendary gunners, which is a cause for concern. If these guys were armed with legendary sort of or not legendary, just modern firearms, I'd probably be dead. Anyways, we'll go ahead and hip fire this dude, why not? And with those headshots we can quickly get those damage points up and finish him off a little bit easier, but that guy was not legendary, so he's not as tanky as them. Alright, switching to third person here, still getting that recoil, but it's a little bit easier to predict since the thing's not jumping in your face. And there you have it, that was the reload animation in third person there, which is there. It's solid, it's good for immersion, it's attention to detail. I really like how they did that. Alright, we'll quickly get rid of this gunner. Didn't quite get her down with that first mag. We'll pop another one in and fill her full of more marshmallows. And is that the last turret to deal with? No, there's actually the one on the other side, and there's other dudes up the top that I didn't deal with. Oh, okay, that was a lucky hit on you. Alright, almost done here. Just got to take out this last turret, and then we can finish off the rest of them are up here. Now, it was those 3 gunners and the one in the room. We are back into hidden, and these guys have now activated because I've gotten close enough. So yeah, they don't actually activate until you're sort of up here or over there, as you can probably tell during my regular starting place. So it'd actually be really hard to fight through Gunner's Plaza if they spawn directly on you and had the sort of higher ground the whole time. But it's certainly easier to kill that gunner now that I'm not going through this door. Maybe I should start coming through this door to retain some of my sneakiness. But that was the FNC in this Gunner's Plaza. We are lacking in damage, that much is clear. I probably will switch up the damage, make it at least equivalent to the vanilla assault rifle. That would probably do well. And we'll move on with this and put a scope on it and take on some of the super mutants at Felons. Also, somebody said that she looked like a granny. Are you kidding me? It's clearly blonde hair, not silver hair. These people are mad. Anyway, we'll move on. Alright, now with the advanced receiver and a short scope to boot, we should be able to make use of this thing with great accuracy and make use of that sniper perk to knock down our enemies, leaving them defenseless as we give them lots more bullets to do that. There we go, there's a little bit of a knockdown there. And if you can barely hear this weapon firing, it's because it is extremely quiet for some reason, but you know what, it's fine. It's a nice little custom sound. They just need to change the leveling a little bit. So far so good, haven't been detected just yet. In a caution though, we should be fine. So one of the comments that I usually get on people that just don't like my videos, especially on the Creation Club ones, they say stuff like, your character's an ugly bitch. I've actually received some of those comments before and I'm thinking, what? Okay, thanks for your input, mate. Usually people don't like the Creation Club videos, and I think a lot of them do see the Creation Club videos, and like it's probably their first video that they watch. And also, this guy is that tanky. Bloody hell. Can I get you knocked down, mate? You know what? You get a little bit of VATS treatment, mate. Hopefully we can get a sneak attack crit on you. Yeah, finish you off nice and quickly there. So yeah, I don't know what it achieves saying that just, oh, your character's an ugly bitch. They just look for ways to just, I don't know. It's just, I guess they're little children at the things trying to troll or something, but fucking hell, kids, just settle down, grow up. Anyways, we've got a couple doggos up here somewhere. There they are. Looks like they've decided to sort of hide, and no biting for you, mate. We'll quickly get rid of you. And now we can figure out how to kill the rest of this bloody lot over here. So we're in danger, unfortunately, but this guy looks like to be in a passive state, so we'll get some sneak attack crits on him. I'm not getting all that many sniper knockdowns, which is unfortunate. But we are getting, I'm assuming that it is just the regular sort of chance to do it, but yeah, just not going very well with the RNG right now. Alright, looks like we've got that dude peeking out. We can play the weight game with you, mate. Getting that 300 damage per hit is nice, but as you can tell, as soon as we get ourselves into a sort of a hidden or in a detected position there, we are not dealing nearly enough damage to take these dudes out effectively. Again, if they were armed with weapons from the modern firearms mod, I'd probably be dead. But these guys have only got boards, which is a little bit embarrassing for a high level super mutant to have. Alright, you go down nice and quickly. It's a good thing about super mutants, they're giant hulking targets and they're nice and easy to hit. And there's usually a couple of rad roaches that you can activate in here. You can actually farm low level goods from them too, so when these super mutants in here are really strong, and then you can have these rad roaches in here to give you low tier stuff, so you can come out with. Also, there's a custom bash animation for that. And when you run in here, these dudes spawn, so they're easy to kill, which gives you even more chance of legendary loot. So yeah, this is probably my number 2 spot to farm stuff if you really liked it. And obviously all the legendaries you see are possible to spawn within the game's parameters, so I'm pretty sure every enemy in here can be legendary, but the game does put in sort of safeguards to make sure you're not spawning too many enemies for difficulty purposes. But there you have it. That was the FNC with my granny character. God, I'm never going to get over that. And it is a brilliant weapon mod. The textures and meshes are great. The animations work extremely well. Peg away that mag and do it. Yeah, and I'm actually enjoying this quite a lot. But I haven't killed Swan yet, so yeah, this is a false outro. You've all been punked. Although on the topic of grannies, the sole survivor being 200 years old, does that technically make like all of them grannies. I don't know. Anyways, we'll go ahead and just knock out Swan with a little bit of the knockdown effect from Sniper, and then we'll go ahead and give ourselves repetitive strain injury from smashing that mouse button one a little bit too much. But as you can tell, you know exactly how this fight's gonna go down with all of the Sniper perks going on and all the rate of fire and all the sneak attack criticals. Swan's not going to last for very long, so yeah, it's going to be a pretty easy fight, pretty breezy, and one of these days Swan will have a good fight instead of just being knocked down and sneak attack critted constantly, or just without the knockdown. But today is not that day. Righto. One more mag should do him in, and there you go. And with that level up, it is over for this weapon for realsies this time. So yeah, if you'd like to see this thing in your game, be sure to check out that description. I recommend this mod for anyone. This is a brilliantly put together mod. Although I do actually recommend, if you're playing on very hard, to turn that damage a little bit up, because it does lack without the sneak attack criticals. So if you like relying on sneak attack criticals to do your damage, then yeah, leave that damage slider alone. If not, yeah, you know what to do. Thank you for watching, guys. I think that's about it for this one. Yeah.